Absolutely awful. Alright, first look at the day, running through some 5-color fire design shadow. We just took like the best things in the last few years, threw them into a deck list, and we're going to see what happens. No thought, no preparation, brewed in all of like 5 minutes, just playing it for the hell of it. Please, everybody on YouTube later and everybody in chat now, don't base your opinion on me on the results of this deck. This is just, I'm going to have fun playing a league. Chat's going to have fun hanging out and talking about our terrible lines and card choices. And we're just going to de-stress for a league. So, if there were any choices for cards here, Ragavan's good. We're a Shadow stream, so we're playing Shadow. Thoughtseizes and Wraiths and Battle Rages and whatnot, because Shadow. Expressive Iterations, Wrens, Goyf, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's about all I got. Popcorn out. I'd hope this is good. I want the deck. That's a dangerous idea. I am not putting my seal of approval on anybody buying into this deck anytime soon. But who knows? Like, maybe we get a couple games into this and say, oh, card X, Y, and Z has been working really well and we haven't had problems casting it. Let's look at that. Maybe we just start off like 03, 06. And we get to say, you know what? This probably wasn't the best idea. But at the end of the day, we can say we tried it. And I think that's the important part. Just give it a shot. And you know what? Playing 5-color Shadow, if nothing else, deserves a chocolate chip cookie. So that's my consolation prize to me. Kavu's, Triumphs, and Scion of Draco. What a fun time. Scion of Draco is just too slow. Like, I don't want to run Triumphs because I'm running Shadow. Kavu, I think, is like a subpar creature. Scion dies to Unholy Heat. How good can you be if you die to Unholy Heat? And see, our black creatures get lifelink. Like, alright. Hand's perfect. Oh, we're dead. Slightly less dead. So we're just taking Trickster. Alright, we just need a threat. Okay. Fire Design Shadow coming in hot. So I need this to get me a land that casts Expressive Iteration. So am I just getting Blood Crypt here? So that if they do find like a, or what's it called? Spreading Seas, then I get to keep my red source for Unholy Heat. I really hope opponents over here like, what the hell are they doing? Because I'm over here like, what the hell am I doing? Subtlety this. I dare you. Dare you. It's always Silvergill. Alright, so subtlety, subtlety, mimic, unknown. I really hope they put a Glasspool mimic on the stack here. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, I love you so. This is only opponents, right? Oh no, they can bounce their own. The old 2-for-1. Alright, so let's go blue, red. We'll take Drown in the Lock. Wraith to the bottom, Catacombs to exile. Subtlety, subtlety, Tide Shaper. So do I have to just take Tide Shapers? Or no. I think I'm taking subtlety because Tide Shaper actually like fixes my mana here. So I don't have to pay a bunch of life for Drown in the Lock. So let's do that. Alright, OP. What you got? Please be gentle. Hold. Brothers, hold. Alright, so they can't violent Tide Shaper, so they have to go subtlety. So we swing. I'm pretty sure they're just dead, right? Hiya. One and oh. Stop now. No reason to continue. This is as good as it gets. Merfolk is probably genuinely budget now. I think it depends on what they put in the deck, right? Because, like, if they're on Subtlety, Cavern of Souls, Chalice of the Void, Force of Negation, then, like, that's not too budget. Did you know Merfolk in the early days of Force Negation was one of the most expensive decks you could play full power? I did not. I did not know that. Just going to max out on removal spells here. Let's see if we can find out how much Merfolk is. Probably gonna have to go way back to see the last time that Merfolk is Oh, never mind, not that far. Merfolk, MTGO, 400-ish ticks. What is this? Oh, blue-white. It's like Teferis and stuff. 4 Solitude. One land. I think we gotta ship this. That's better. We're just ditching Bobble. Blood Crypt for Thoughtseize. Turn 2 Tarmogoyf. Blue-white gets to play Mariner, which is like the best card. That card is really good. No argument there. No Aether Vial is super nice. Yep. $400 or less these days feels like budget. You're not wrong. You are not wrong. Don't spell snare me. I'll cry. It's Violin. Kira, Great Glass Spinner. Alright, so I should have Overgrown Tomb. Yep. Hiya. Once more for a second time, I say hiya. But yeah, in a world of like 5-color piles, Yorion piles, and having just come from like the Uro meta last year, 400 ticks is pretty cheap. Because for a while there, the Uro piles were what, like 1,200? 1,1300? I know it was to a point where like the highest Mana Trader subscription couldn't cover the deck. You needed an extra like 200 ticks or something just to play it. And that was insane. Is the opponent going to swing in with their Kira Great Glass Spinner? All right. That would have been a lot scarier before we put our shadows on the battlefield. Okay. Am I trading off a shadow for a creature? I think I am. I think I'm trading or swinging like a Tarmogoyf and a shadow. And taking this trade if they offer it up. I miss the days when Rishodon Port was 350 ticks a piece. I know Port was the most expensive card on Moto for a while. I don't remember how much. I guess that could have been right. Let's go make a blue. So that grows our Tarmogoyf. Alright, so we got to be wary of Merfolk Trickster. So, do I want to like just swing in with shadows? Yeah. These drowns are not looking very good this game. But if you like double blocks, I can kill the Kira. That would make life a lot easier. So Most expensive was Promo Wasteland around 2013, 2014. It was 900 ticks a piece. Jeez. My God. Let's see. MTG Goldfish. Wasteland. Promo. There's so many Wastelands. I have zero idea which one would be. Promo Magic Online. That's so many Wastelands to try to go through. Am I trying to double drown this Mutavault? No. But I should. Is there a way to do this? There's no way to float mana before combat occurs, right? We'll just take the trade, deal the 3, and then plan on like trying to drown something that they cast. It's good. Goldfish won't tell you. Dang. I was curious. I was super curious. Alright. Opponent, I need you to play out something here. Alright. Let's crack in. Yeah, because both guys are lethal with Battle Rage. What's my worst case scenario here? Like I use Battle Rage and they've got like a Merfolk Trickster. So let's just go this way. That way, if they try to trickster my shadow, it just becomes a 13/13. I don't care. But if they have like this, then I get to kill this, still deal some damage with the other, with a Tarmogoyf. Make it so that I've got 2 lethal attackers starting next turn, and then I've got Drown in the Lock for pretty much anything they can cast here. One and 0. 1-0 with the Fire Design Shadow. Also, Goldfish will show many wrong prices for old times because price space for Goldfish was updated several times, as I said. I mean, it makes sense. I would have loved to have seen just like that price trend spike on Goldfish to show like 40, 40, 40, 40, 900, 40, 40. But I don't know if anybody remembers how Moto used to do the weekly updates where they would say, like, these are the most expensive cards on Magic Online. It'd be like Liliana the Veil, Karn Liberated, Black Lotus, and like Rishadan Port would always be on there. State of the program, that's what it was. It just goes to like, hey, this is what's going on Magic Online this week. So I used to trade in like all of my winnings and everything to buy Vintage Masters packs. So I was convinced I was going to hit something good out of those. Like, never did, but it's like, I'm going to hit a Black Lotus. I don't even think Black Lotus was like in that set. Show Vintage Masters. Oh, it did have Black Lotus. Never mind. So yeah, I just had terrible luck then. Ooh. Hope everybody's having an awesome Monday so far. As always, appreciate y'all coming and hanging out. Checking out some sweet Fire Design Shadow. Because we felt like just playing cards we had access to. Looked pretty good against Merfolk. On the play with a Ragavan and a Prayer. If opponent answers our Ragavan, we're like super dead in the water. They revealed Kahira, so it could be elementals, it could be blue-white control. Prismatic Ending. Ha. Who said mole? Get out of here. Actually, we're going to get down Tarmogoyf. See, we even have Terminate up. This is great. Fetch land? Not quite. This deck doesn't have enough fire cards. Clickbait title. All it's got is Prismatic Ending, Expressive Iteration, Ragavan, Renin 6. What else do we have in here? Since I don't even remember. Unholy Heat. Veil of Summer, Dress Down, Unlicensed Hearse, Teferi Time Reveler, Mystical Dispute. But you're right, we're pretty low on the counts. Fetch land. Let's go. Let's go. So we'll do this first so I can attack. Let's get a white source. Attack and then pick it up with Ren. And I could Expressive Iteration off the Vents and Sacred Founder here and try to find like a Thoughtseize. It's probably better to just pass. Yep. Alright. Alright. Ooh, we could like Prismatic Ending a big Teferi. That's pretty funny. What is this? Spreading Seas, my Overgrown Tomb. Sure. What is this abomination? This abomination 2-0'd Merfolk. Thank you very much. Start off with iteration, see what they do. Yep. All right, so mana confluence and just prismatic ending the spreading seas, I guess. I know, look out Merfolk indeed. They should be afraid. First they were afraid, then they were petrified. Big Teferi? No Big Teferi? Okay. Guess just Solitude. So blue, red. Ooh, baby. So shadow to hand, confluence to the bottom, Thoughtseize to exile. We're going to attack with Goy first. Yep. Let's Thoughtseize. What am I taking? What if I take Archmage's Charm? No, I just gotta take Teferi, right? Yeah, I have to take Teferi. Take Teferi, get a land, terminate this, take up Ren. Oh. Is threatening ultimate with Ren enough of a reason to do something else? Oh, this comes in tapped, so they can't fire up Colonnade. Okay, so I take Teferi, terminate this. They go to their turn, do whatever. Yeah, that's my plan. So let's get Blood Crypt, terminate, black, red, tick up to Teferi, or Ren, say go. I guess I can move the battlefield over a little bit. Voila. I guess I can convenience the masses. They find a backup to Teferi. That would suck. Oh, Deluge. Sure. What'd you get? Hall, sure. Alright, so let's start by Emblem the Ren. Now, what are we casting off this emblem? Like, do I just want to Thoughtseize and take the Verdict? Do I want to Iteration? Bobby coming in with the 4 gifted, 3 gifted. 3 gifted and the resub. Thank you so much. Hope you're having an awesome Monday so far. Charm is 2 cards for 3 mana. Teferi is 1 for 5. Take Charm, Prismatic Tef. Maybe that would have been better. Alright, so let's cast Iteration. Red, blue, ditch a land. Okay, so Thoughtseize, Shadow to hand, Foothills to the bottom, Thoughtseize to exile. So I take Verdict, play Shadow. They charm, steal 1 shadow, Teferi bounce the other. That seems pretty bad for me. It's a rough one. I need to make sure like I'm not in a spot to just die to Colonnade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. So what if I take Teferi and play out 1 shadow? I think that's the plan. I think I'd take out Teferi, or take Teferi, play 1 shadow out. If they Verdict, that's fine. I've got untap, play something into counterspell. Yeah. Yeah. Go play some Forced in Detail. That is Steven's go-to. Alright. Or fire MTGO and tilt harder. Alright. So that can retrace something. So Archmage's Charm, Counterspell, Supreme Verdict. So if I start off with go to combat, attack, they Archmage's Charm, take my shadow. So they're down to 3 mana. I play Tarmogoyf. They just counterspell, so I can't do that. I Prismatic Ending the shadow. Or do I need this Foothills to Expressive Iteration? Let's start with going to combat. Hiya. Archmage's Charm, take my shadow. Yep. Alright, so now we'll go Prismatic Ending, exile the shadow. Try to catch... They do not want to counterspell, so then we'll go... Play second shadow. Trying to catch this counterspell. Okay. And then Tarmogoyf. Say go. So Supreme Verdict, unknown. Okay. No. Ah, I meant to ditch that to Expressive Iteration. No. No. Accidentally clicked it. Okay. Well, probably weren't in a great spot there anyway. So, we're fine. We live, we laugh, we love. Battle Rage gone. Terminate gone. Prismatic ending. I want to leave in some number of ending for like Chalice of the Void. Rip indeed. We'll do like this. I don't think we were winning that one, but if we hadn't misclicked, would have been at least closer. That's why we got games 2 and 3. YOLO, we greedy. YOLO, or Hearse first Memory Deluge. I don't think I want to bring in Hearse just for Memory Deluge. Like, I don't think that's enough of a reason to have it. Especially when there's a reasonable chance they're bringing in, like, Rest in Peace. You have the Prismatic ending turn 1 both games? Yep. Yes, you do. Whoo. Oh, baby. Let's get Tarmogoyf down. If this isn't magic, I don't know what is. They're going to Chalice the Void, aren't they? Yep. Crap. Like the one thing I needed to dodge that turn. Had to be Chalice. All right, pretty dead in the water now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. All right, I think we're just gonna scoop it up. That Chalice just could have played around it. Could have thought seized on turn 2, but I wanted to get a threat down. Be able to like thought seize plus Veil of Summer on turn 3 and actually get value out of the Veil. But YOLO. Shit happens. Move on. I don't think we've had an issue casting any of our spells yet, which has been interesting. Game 1, we had big chances. OP was left with no cards. Yeah, we were in a decent spot. The issue was them having the Colonnade plus the, what's it called? Hall of Storm Giants. The Colonnade especially meant that we couldn't like thought seize out their hand and get a shadow down because they could just fly over a shadow with the Colonnade. Like if we had been able to thought seize and not be at the mercy of Colonnade, then I think we would have won game 1. But we did not have an answer for it. That game 2 right there, like the only card in the entire 75 that punishes us for playing Goyf is Chalice of the Void. Like, I don't care if they kill the Goyf That's fine. I get to untap Thoughtseize plus Shadow. But Chalice of the Void stopping everything is like the thing. Imagine playing Goyf in this economy. I mean, I wouldn't mind having something better than Goyf in that spot. Blue-white control is meant to be a tricky matchup too, so I'd say it did pretty well. Yeah, I mean, like, we cast our stuff when we wanted to cast our stuff. So I was happy with how it turned out. It might be a situation where if we're really wanting to lean into this, like, 5-color thing, then maybe we are supposed to go more, like, mid-rangey up here and just a couple extra lands. Play our big dumb stuff. And Shadow just like fits in the curve somewhere. Like obviously we're only 2 games into this league, so it's not really a lot to speculate off of, but you could just cut like Battle Rages, Ren and 6, Drown, add the stubs, add the whatever on the higher end. But I don't like speculating too much until we've like gotten the league under our belt. Because we've already won more matches than I thought we were going to this league, so as far as I'm concerned, this has been a success. Alright, so we're shipping this pretty easily. Hand's perfect. Just ditch a breeding pool, say go. Little bit of a nombo between Prismatic Ending and Drown in the Loch, but play out our fetch land in case they play turn 2 Leonin Arbiter. So, Prismatic Ending plays like Engineered Explosives into Thalia, right? Like I can pay 1 and then pay the tax and counts it as 2. Is that it all correct? If our opponent's actually on Thalia. Can you use Prismatic at Chalice if you cast on 2? Yeah. Less than or equal to the number of colors. So yeah, you can. So Chalice does give us some funky outs here and there. Alright, well I officially have no idea what our opponent's playing, so taking all guesses in chat. I'm sure opponents over there are like, I have no idea what my opponent's playing. It looks kind of like just mono white. Be able to ruin me. Well, opponents found our weakness. Luckily for us, we've got a near infinite supply of lands. What's going on with us or with them? Like, I don't know how what I'm doing isn't obvious. I've got Drown in the Lochs and Shadows and Unholy Heats. Like, it's clearly your run-of-the-mill Death Shadow deck. They gonna ghost quarter me? It's kind of rude. Nope. How could you be confused about Gideon of the Trials? Like, what about that screams, I don't know what's going on? Oh, is this just Proclamation? Yeah. Alright. So... let me make sure. MTG Proclamation of Rebirth. Turn target creature with converted mana costs 1 or less from graveyard to play. But it's 6 mana to forecast, so yeah, it's still a ways away. But the important part is it doesn't really make a lot of sense to Unholy Heat this right now. Because they just get to sack it. If they want to block and sack, that's fine. You got it. Mono white. Yeah, it's definitely mono white as soon as you see like Kami of the False Hope. Wall of Omens. I kind of want to just counter this, honestly. Like, stops another draw. Gets a dude off the board. Alright, so... Mishra's Bauble gives me Delirium. Abiding Grace. So that gets back Kami. Let's get red, blue. So we'll get Shadow to hand, Goyf to the bottom, Bauble to exile. Just trying to get more draws towards like Drown in the Lock and stuff like that. Hiya. So Abiding Grace is going to get back Kami. And then I have to wait until like their next turn, next instep to Unholy Heat the Kami after it's come back. Alright, Ghost Quarter's fine. Or we could just exile the Abiding Grace. So, hiya. Then we Prismatic Ending you. Blue, black. Man, Prismatic Endings looked pretty good. They're drawn into Ghost Quarter, which we don't care about. Alright, what do you have to stop me from killing you? Oh, was that supposed to play around like... Okay, not that. I was going to ask if I was supposed to play around Settle the Wreckage. Like, just attack with one dude and hold up Street Wraith or something, but... if they settle me, I think I just take my L. Elspeth, Sun's Champion. No! This man out here with Elspeth, Sun's Champion. blue, red. So we're at the mercy of our terrible mana base, right? Mal, I guess, man. I mean, it's a magic card that our opponent is allowed to put in their deck. They should just Ghost Quarter my Overgrown Tomb here. Yeah. No. Alright. We still got Ragavan. Hiya. Get on out of here. Something, something, MTGO opponents always have it. Name the absurd thing we lose to. Something, something. Yeah, Elspeth Sun's Champion was not too high up on my radar. Alright. We needed to draw Ragavan, like, pretty quick. Elspeth Sun's Champion. That's not a real Magic card, right? That's like hey, Elspeth Sun's Champion. Like, what can I name here that makes no sense whatsoever? Take out Battle Rage, some wraiths. Just call it a day. I would love to play first. Yep. I didn't say it was bad. I said it wasn't real. And I'll stand by that. It's clearly a made-up card. Alright, so I think I just want to get down Tarmogoyf here. Like, if they had Solitude, at least we'd have the life to tap our lands and do something. I would have loved for them to have Solitude there. That would have been worlds better for my ego. Let's expressively iterate. Could have been better. Could have been better. So let's go. Shrine to hand. Catacombs, or Rend to the bottom, Catacombs to exile. Am I attacking into a Wall of Omens with the express purpose of Unholy Heating? I guess so. Nope. Go ahead. Decided against it. Thought about it momentarily and then was like, eh. Gideon of the Trials. Alright. Let's go you and you. Why play the Confluence and not the Fetch? Because I was thinking about Unholy Heating and that Fetch couldn't get me a red source. Am I just minusing on this Gideon? This becomes what, a 4/4? Nah. Need to drown in the lock something so I can Unholy Heat. Well. Alright. Let's think. What do we do to get from here to winning the game? Do I have any way of getting a bunch of cards in their yard? Let's say I attack a... Well, they don't have to block. So that kind of kills that. So I guess we'll start with getting Shadow down. I don't want to kill off my Shadow just to get Delirium. Like, I want to keep taking up this Wren and threaten the Emblem. Because at the end of the day, like, I do have an answer to the Gideon with the Unholy Heat. That's right. Be afraid. Okay. A lot of wooded foothills. Alright, so... What? Yeah, Kevin, my last was me realizing I had a bunch of qualifier points and needed to spend them on something. So... I'm so bad about doing that, right? That's how I am. Like, I am not good at remembering about it at all. Alright. So now we've got Drown in the Lock on 1 active. Baby steps. They're just over there with 7 cards in hand like it's no big deal. So terrifying. Blink my Shadow. Okay. Draw a card. Okay. More Maze Mind Tomes, alright. Good draw. Okay, so let's start with Expressive Iteration. Heat to hand, Wraith to the bottom, Thoughtseize to exile. Let's Thoughtseize. Counter target spell that targets you. So, do I want to just drown and lock this so I can resolve my Thoughtseize? I can, like, Unholy Heat the Gideon, drown and lock the Dawn Charm. Or no, we Unholy Heat the Wall of Omens, drown and lock the Dawn Charm, so that we can attack down the Gideon. So, Unholy Heat there. To drown and lock there. To Thoughtseize upstairs. So just all Wrath effects. Alright, 1, 2, 3. So I don't want another Gideon plus a Wrath. So we'll just take that. Tick up with no target. Strike down Gideon. Play a land, say go. And now we're gonna hope and pray that a bunch of wooded foothills and cards in our yard can carry us to victory. So that's Day of Judgment gone, Plains gone. So we can Prismatic Ending one of these. I gotta stop ticking or clicking on my lands. I keep meaning to not click on them. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get the emblem. Let's go Expressive Iteration. Do I just want to get Thoughtseize Tarmogoyf, or maybe like Thoughtseize and Prismatic Ending the Maze Mind Tome? Tarmogoyf to hand, Hearse to the bottom, Thoughtseize to exile. Abiding Grace, Wrath of God, Unknown, Unknown. So we'll take a Wrath, play a Goyf. Oh man, this is something. We need to put our 4 Thrastas in here. Alright, so they got Gideon, Ally of Zendikar. Are they going to get greedy and try to draw a card first? Top deck of Gideon. Okay. That's reasonable. So we could prismatic ending this Gideon. Or we could just expressive iteration. I think I just want expressive iteration. Red, blue, ditch you. Yeah, good call. So we'll go dress down to hand. Or no, just bobble to hand. Bobble to hand, dress down to the bottom. Unholy heat to exile. Go ahead and bobble in case we find a land. Dawn Charm. Counter target spell that targets you. Okay. Kill Gideon. Say go. I appreciate that you've brought a unique and interesting twist to Modern right now when the format has gotten pretty stale. Is this unique and interesting? Seems like a terrible idea to me. Oh, man. Okay, so we've got Drown in the Loch plus another spell available. Opponent's terrified to use their Field of Ruins, I can tell. Tome, draw a card. If they ever start doing anything relevant, we might be in trouble. Ragavan, Nimble Pilferer. All I've ever wanted out of Modern is 5-color Death Shadow fighting for survival against mono white bad cards. Well, you came to the right place. That is exactly what we're hoping to accomplish here. So, expressive iteration, red, blue, ditch you. So, shadow to hand, ending to the bottom, ending to exile. Exile the Maze Mind Tome. We'd be in a much better position if I hadn't have played out that Wooded Foothills that I wanted to hold on to. Mono White Bad Cards deck gives him PTSD. Played against Alan Wu at GP Oakland, and that was the feature match. Yuck. Here I was thinking they wanted to get more people into Magic. Approach of the Second Sun. Can I get a Wren, please? I need an adult. Oh, if we draw another Wren, game's over. Like, 100%. But even, like, drawing more lands is decent. Yep. You've got to get in. Expressive iteration. I guess I can't throw away an expressive iteration. Not that it feels particularly good. But I'm just thinking, like, expressive iteration can dig me deeper for the lands, which are just, like, free spells. So, red, blue. So let's go Shadow No, foothills to hand, terminate to the bottom, shadow to exile. I've got to kill Gideon. And I want to make sure that I'm not dead to like Arden Veil activation plus a token or something. So this gives me Drown in the Lock. Oh man, like we're 100% losing this match to time. But I want to win this game too, just for the sake of, like, saying I did. Kami of the False Hope. Sure. Their last card's Abiding Grace right now. Which we're definitely countering that. Drown does beat approach right because it's in a wind trigger on cast. Is it? The approach of the second sun. So many expressive iterations. I love it. Alright. Prismatic Ending doesn't really do a lot. But we'll go Ending. Ragavan to the bottom, Goyf to exile. Attack with our shadows. Well, Ragavan's never getting through with Arden Veil. So I feel like it's kind of moot to plan on Ragavan. Alright, Approach of the Second Sun was cast from your hand. You cast another spell named Approach of the Second Sun. This game, you win the game. Otherwise, let's see. Yeah, so the second one does still win the game. Alright. It's the Dawn Charm. Okay. So this is 2 blockers, 1, 2, still alive. Yep. Why not target 2/2 with Prismatic? He's going to sack it anyway. Yeah, I'm fine with him sacking it post-combat. I don't want him to have it around to be able to sack it the next combat. Alright, so let's go Shadow attacks. He should be getting to that approach, like, pretty soon. Maybe now. So, play out Ragavan, say go. Yep. Looks like an approach to me. So. Hiya. I guess he doesn't win the game. Or does he? Am I reading this wrong? Oh, no. If the first one is countered, the second one wins the game. If the second one's countered, you don't. So the second one just checks to see that you've cast the first one, regardless of the outcome. So you're saying there's a chance. Just attack with one because he has to block or sack the Kami, yeah. So you're saying there's a chance. Yeah, go right ahead. I can cast what I need to cast. That's all I care about. Yep. It's gone. Can't search. Game over. See. Almighty Atheismo, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome... I was just hitting all my blue sources. Sure. Hope you're having an awesome Monday so far. Appreciate you coming around and hanging out. So this is double chomp. Am I swinging with the third? Makes a token. He still has to block 2. Yeah. Word, me too. I appreciate it. Came just in time to enjoy some of the sketchiest 5-color shadow pile you can imagine. So, good timing. We're currently 1-1, about to be 1-2. There's no way we can win in 3 minutes. At least I don't think there is. Actually, I'm going to hold on to that. Not attacking all out, because we've seen their 75 fog effects. There any Kavus in this pile? There are not. I didn't want to play Kavu because I think it's just like a bad card at face value. Are you going to emblem just to, Why would you not emblem? Hey. That's a good one. So let's go... We're just attacking, right? Yeah. Attack, attack. Yep. I feel like opponents playing this in the hope that there's no way I can kill them in 2.5 minutes, game 3. And I'm pretty positive they're right. But by damn, are we going to try? All right. It is, but you're playing 5-color shadows and goyfs. Yeah, but I don't think I want to play a card, like a bad card, when we're trying to make this, quote, fire design shadow. Like, we're just trying to play the most busted cards across all 5 colors they've printed for, like, our type of archetype in the last couple of years. Yeah, I gotta ship this. I need threats. Yep. Well, you never know nowadays. I can't assume everybody's kidding. Alright, so let's go Confluence, Thoughtseize, because I don't want him to have a wall of omens and just be able to chump me up. So, wall, go. Don't soil Goif by lumping it in with fire design. I mean, I'm just saying, technically, it's... Let's go Blood Crypt, Thoughtseize, take Ethereal Haze, play Shadow, say go. And then they hit some land of their choice, probably Mana Confluence. Unless they drew something relevant. Yep. Got nothing. Another shadow. Yeah, we'll take another shadow. Okay. More Field of Ruin. Got nothing. Can't search for the thing I don't have access to. So Overgrown Tomb, dash the monkey. Hiya. Then I'm not playing the Kami because I don't want it to die and go to their graveyard. Oh, we're coming down to the wire. The main phase scry. I guess I could find a wrath, yeah. Okay. Hiya. And I got to play this monkey and keep it so I can battle rage next turn. Potentially. Oh wait, they get to gain 4 life, don't they? Alright, so I need Unholy Heat exactly to be able to kill them. Ah, so close. So close. I guess Unholy Heat right then wouldn't have done it, but we gotta get rid of Gideon before we can do anything. That was super close to being in the time limit. Yep. Just fire up this Gideon. What could go wrong? These are always the great ones when it's like, I'm not playing to win, I'm playing to not lose. But we had a solid go at it. We tried. How far were we? No, let me see my cards. Oh. That was a lot closer than I thought game 3 was going to be. We were like a missed wrath or an unholy heat away from potentially getting there. Had to have 6 the last 2 turns. No time to play around them having something that needs responding. Maybe, but at the end of the day, like if I put myself in a position to win and don't because of the moto timer, I'm calling it a moral victory. Because like in paper, you wouldn't have a chess timer. You'd still have 10 minutes on the clock there. So... pretty likely still dead. But honestly, I'm having fun just like casting a bunch of these cards that I never thought I'd cast in the same deck. So even if I'm losing a bunch of these games, like, I'm good with it. Got to get back in the lab and figure out how to beat the mono-white Indian matchup. It's been a plague for Modern for years. The old mono-white Gids. Mono-white Gid stuff. It's 100% what I'm calling that deck from now on. Mono-white Gid stuff. Genius Smith, Batterskull. I appreciate my opponent's ingenuity. It's like Abzan something. Abzan, please don't play a Stoneforge Mystic. Deal. You got it. This is the 1-2 bracket, and I'm in for it. Thank you, Tarmogoyf. Right on time. Alright, so let's go. You fetch and shock something. Probably. Am I just getting. Escape breeding pool. Totally know what we're doing here. Dresden and Gene Smith. Is this what Modern Abzan players play ever since I stopped playing Modern? It is. This is 100% it. You have caused this downturn by not being a prevalent force in the community for like 2 weeks. This is 100% on you, nobody else. The Abzan flock is lost and afraid. They are. First they were afraid, now they're petrified. Now they're playing decks of like 48 lands, 1 Batterskull, 1 Duress, 1 Ingenious Smith, 1 Fatal Push. Siege Rhino, come on, Siege Rhino, come on, Siege Rhino, come on, Siege Rhino, come on, Siege Rhino. Ah. I was in for it. I was very, very much ready for that Siege Rhino. Just bring in, like, decent cards that deal with, like, Stoneforge Mystic and stuff. I think that's my plan. Oh, man. This is going to be the one I get punished if I keep a hand like this, right? So I think I'm going to ship. Yeah. Good job. Let's pat on the back. Keep, throw back a bauble. Say go. Alright, so I can get Blood Crypt here. Have Ragavan on turn 1. That gives us basically perfect mana here. So I've got Breeding Pool. Wrenn 6 gets back Wooded Foothills. That can get Sacred Foundry, so that gives me all my colors. There he is. There's the Stoneforge. Big bucks, no Cauldra. Big bucks, no Cauldra. I guess Tarmogoyf's a little bit better for me. So I might just Wrenn, tick up, get back a land. Shrinks Tarmogoyf. All right. I believe we can do something here. If they play Stoneforge, we get Unholy Heat for it. Get something big and stupid. Get Cauldra here. Yes. Thank you. No, don't. Blood Chief's Thirst, my Wrenn. Deal all day. We take that L. Ooh, is that actually like best possible draw? Now I can just deal with both of these and hit with Ragavan. This deck is sweet. So let's Unholy Heat the Stoneforge off the correct mana. Unholy Heating Stoneforge in case they have something that takes me off Delirium. Like maybe they Noxious Revival back one of my cards on top. Don't know, don't care. Just something that takes me off Delirium that keeps me from killing both guys. Little sad that our opponent isn't playing the card Death Shadow. They'll learn one of these days. They'll be like, man, I really wish I had an efficient one-mana creature that could get me out of situations like this. Red, blue. Perfect. So let's go Drown to hand, Goyf to the bottom, Shadow to exile. Go ahead and play a land for turn. So we know Cauldra unknown. Cauldra unknown. Get Overgrown Tomb is fine. Play out Shadow. Say go. What is this? Vanishing Verse? No. Valorous Stance. Might be wrong to counter this. It might be better to just like let them kill the Shadow, keep the Ragavan plus the counter, and snowball that way. But I think the only thing that really punishes me is like, I was gonna say Dam or something. But then they've got the forests, so they can't alternate cost it. Alright, am I opening myself up to dying to something that I shouldn't? Damn, it's just white, 2. Is it not like 2 white, 2 black? Like, I know Kaya's Wrath is 2 white, 2 black, but I thought the alternate on Dam was 2 white, 2 black. Nope, you're correct. Overload just 2 white. Shows what I know. If we just waited a couple seconds, we could have seen. Like, we would have known what it was if we just waited, but we're just so impatient. I need to play more Abzan to know what Dam does. I'm about to get got by Settle the Wreckage. No! Not my Shadow. Alright, Drown in the Lock. Drown in the Lock one time. I guess. This deck just looks like a worse version of Good Stuff with worse mana. Yeah, they put in all these weird non-white sources. I don't know what that's all about. Man, are we actually 2-2 with this monstrosity? At least the Good Stuff deck had a plan, as annoying and bad as it was. I mean, can we say it was bad if it's, like, steamrolled us? Are we allowed to make that statement? I mean, I'll leave that up to the general watching population. Because if I say it was bad and then I get steamrolled by it, like, my opinion's just invalidated. If y'all say it's bad and I get steamrolled by it, then I'm just a bad player, and I'll take that. Mike doesn't believe in variance, apparently. I believe in variance, just, it's tough to say the word variance when Twitch chat is very apparent about, like, not thinking that variance is a thing. Like, the hill that I'll always die on is games don't play out the way that your average enthusiast of an archetype says that they do, like 9 times out of 10. Not that much, like 4 or 5 times out of 10. I'd say when you have a game plan for a matchup, it probably actually works out that way, like 50% of the time, depending on how specific or narrow the plan is. Like my age-old example of Shadow versus Tron. Oh, you beat Tron easy because you just have like Thoughtseize into Shadow into Battle Rage. And that all comes together probably like 50% of the time. And then out of that 50% of the time, there's some number of times it's just not good enough. You go turn 1 Thoughtseize, turn 2 Shadow, and they go dismember your Shadow. And you're like, huh, that is a play, isn't it? Getting like random Facebook notifications left and right. Didn't we already play this person? This is Merfolk. This is our first round. Yeah, we're just going all in on this Shadow. Opponent coming for their revenge. Please no. Please no. So not Merfolk. Opponent had a change of heart somewhere in the middle of these leagues. Real estate stream win. What would a real estate stream even look like? Just sit around and show houses? Like, hey, this is a house. You can tell by the fact that it has walls and a roof. Oh, amazing. Live stream a showing. That could be kind of fun. So is this Hammertime? Is this... If it looks like a Hammertime and it smells like a Hammertime. We can get Godless Shrine and Prismatic Ending the Giver and play the Shadow. Be more fun to stream like a walkthrough of a house or something. Or like an inspection. You're not tapping off Giver. Alright, well, I guess we're Prismatic Ending that because I don't want to die, so... So, Godless Shrine, Prismatic Ending you. You want to respond with a hammer? Huh? Nope. No hammer for you. Could have made an argument that, like, if they didn't have the third land, it might have been better to hit the Springleaf Drum. But here we are. Little pure steel Paladin. Want to strap that up to a giver. Storm count 12. So I could find Wraith into Wraith into Wraith into Wraith. Guess that's okay too. It's weird to see him like strap up the Giver of Runes with a Shadow Spear like it's about to block. Maybe I should have called their bluff there. Alright, one card in hand and a redraw off the canopy. So that's a hammer. Unfortunate. Yep. They're just going to see what they draw first, or... Surprised they're letting me go to blocks here. Have to block with both because Giver can just give... Or no, they have to assign damage. So should have just blocked with the Tarmogoyf. Oh well. Soak up a little more damage. See if they assign damage correctly. For everybody at home, how would you assign combat damage? If you said 5 to the Goy, 5 to the Shadow, and 3 to me, you're correct. Survey says... Survey says something. I think they know the general idea of what's supposed to happen with damage. As they just assigned it all to the Shadow. Nice. So that was pretty safe block on their part. Or safe assignment of damage. So, solid choice. 10 out of 10 would assign a combat damage to again. Alright. Let's get our not mold to 5 revenge here. Let's keep a full 7. A 7 that has prismatic ending and shadow and thought seize. 2 lands. Maybe like a drown in the lock. For any of the Hammertime players in chat, how often do you win games with just like being on the play, turn 1, like Esper Sentinel? They play a tap land because they don't want you to draw a card. And then just like turn 2, Sigarda's Aid plus Hammer, hit you for 11. And then like they just can't kill it. How often does that come out? Or come up? I think I'm just going to go to my turn and prismatic ending this. Yeah, I changed my mind. Probably going to make my mana awkward because I really want to get like Overgrown Tomb off of this. Or Breeding Pool. I got to get Breeding Pool off this, right? Mainly so that I can expressive iteration. They still have 7 cards in hand. Ugh. Say that in shock on turn 3, like it hasn't just been 1-for-1 trades this whole time. See if they've got like a spell pierce or something they want to play here. Yeah. If they got another one, they got it. Like, I think I'd rather lose to double Sigarda's Aid than like double Hammer. Because if I pass and they've got a Hammer and I have to Unholy Heat, then they can just like fire up and Hammer again if they have, or they can cast a second Hammer if they have a second Hammer. I guess they couldn't this turn. So, yeah, I guess mine was still right. Or still fine. Alright, so that lets me cast Shadow. So do I want to just go Shadow, hold up Drown Heat? Kind of like that. I can't hold up Drown in Heat. Ah! Man, it's killing me. It's killing me, Smalls. Two cards left. So what we'll do is take this one off the Ink Moth. I'm going to make it so I can't block this Ginger Brute. So we'll take this. Then on their end step, I'll go to Unholy Heat the Ink Moth. So red, blue. There's a decent chance I'm just like not going to attack this turn. I might, but at the moment I'm dead to like Blacksmith skill plus what's it called? Hammer. But I guess I'm not now, so. Saga. Saga on top means I'm attacking. So I don't think they can do the full 9 to me here without like a way to equip Hammer. Alright, so blue, red. Just trying to find a fetch land. TBR is fine too. So I can Prismatic Ending. Or no, I don't want a Prismatic Ending. I want a Thoughtseize Battle Rage, right? Because if I Prismatic Ending, they crack this to gain the 3 life, and then I have to battle rage into a blind card, but if I thought seize and they've got nothing, I can kill with battle rage with shadow. And if they have something, I can play Tarmogoyf. Yeah. So it's just like I don't have to play battle rage into the blind card. And I don't care about my life total because like they're dead here. Hiya. This is what we call a significant amount of damage. Alright, we gotta add TBR kills. Did I have another TBR kill this league? I did. So, gotta keep up. Hand is not great. I think I'm gonna ship this and look for something. Did we know about the hammer? I don't think we knew about the hammer. Or no, they did. They got it off Stoneforge on turn 2. You're right. You were right. Yeah, this is way better. And we'll ditch. Drown in the lock. You are correct on our knowledge of hammer. Why not did shadow? Because I'd have no threat. Like, I have to have a threat. Deck like doesn't function without threats. Because if they just sit here and have like all day to find what they need and play it out, I'm doomed. So how am I going to do this? Guess it's just Catacombs Pass. Like for Shadow, hands without a threat just like don't function. You can't play the reactive game for forever and hope to get there. So I could go like Prismatic Ending, pay the 1, Thoughtseize. Let's do that. So Prismatic Ending, pay the 1. see, Launderin. Give me a pronunciation here. Thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having an awesome Monday so far. Blacksmith skill, their aid. Okay. They should have waited for me to pay the one for the Esper Sentinel. So if I thought seize, I go to 16 down to 14, 13 down to 2. So I think I'm just playing Ragavan, saying go. Kind of saying, like, if they have hammer, I'm in a lot of trouble anyway. So. Ornithopters for days. Okay. If they attack with the Esper Sentinel, I will 100% put a Ragavan in front of it. All right. Do they have the... Yep, they got the Shadow Spear as well. Yuck. So taking 11, going to 4. 4 to 3. All right. Whole lot of ways we die, not a lot of ways we live. So block. Got another hammer. So if you got another hammer, there's nothing I can do about it here. Ah, I see. That also does it. Opponent got their revenge. Okay, League was fun. Very all over the place, but fun. Mana worked better than I thought it would, but still wasn't perfect. I am glad we didn't play Kavu. I think that card's just like aggressively medium. But I don't know. I was kind of pleased with the way that it worked. I would rather have the deck just be more 4-ofs. Because it's kind of awkward with like 3 Unholy Heat, 1 Terminate, 2 Ren, 3 Drown in the Lock, 3 Prismatic Endings. So I could absolutely see just like get the 4th Prismatic in, get the Rens out, get the 4th Drown in, 4th Unholy Heat, something, and just like go with that just to be more consistent. Maybe the white only for 4 ending was too much. We got 2 Teferi in the sideboard. But again, like, the reason for playing the deck was not to play an optimal tuned 5-color shadow build. It was to play all of these really good cards printed in the last, like, 2 years and just have fun with the league. Like, if you're critiquing it, you're missing the entire point of playing the league. Which was just, hey, these are, like, the best cards in these colors. Let's jam them into a deck and see what happens.